Do our appearances dictate our life? Well, this is a question that I was left pondering as I finished watching Fortune Favors Lady Nikoko. Now, some of you might say that beauty is within the eye of the beholder. But what if I told you there are genetic preferences within us that we just can't ignore? In the animal kingdom, beauty is a bit easier to define. For example, color is an easy way for birds to display their attractiveness. In our feather friends' world, the male is often the most colorful and extravagant of the sexes. This is because males tend to have the most colorful feathers to show signs of vitality and health, something female birds highly take into account before choosing a mate. The male birds know this, so they go out to display their vibrant wings and different rituals to seal the deal with the mate. Birds already have this pre-programmed preference within them. However, do humans have this? Well, to some extent, yes. For example, a baby who just turned a couple months old is already able to recognize beauty. There was a study done by the National Library of Medicine that gave babies who were 4 months old 2 pictures. One, a plain-looking lady, and another who was a model. The scientists were surprised to find out that the infants consistently preferred looking at the model. So, if you ever find baby staring at you in public, that might be your indicator that you're quite the looker. What we could gather from this is that right from infanthood, we could already recognize attractive people. There's also an experimental video online that backs this up even further. This video demonstrates how much a pretty face can affect a child's judgment.
제가 실험을 했을 때 자녀분이 따라갈 것 같으신가요? 아니면
안 따라갈 것 같은데.
In this video, kids are tested to see if they would leave with a complete stranger. Many of the kids were already given the talk that they should never ever leave with a stranger, no matter what. With this in mind, the kids' parents were sure that the kids wouldn't leave with a stranger. But to many of the parents' surprise, many of the kids did leave with a stranger. When the interviewer asked one of the little girls why she would leave with a stranger, she had this to say.
예뻐서요. 착해 보였어요.
But why is it that a kid would let their guard down to a complete stranger? Well, it's something psychologists call the halo effect. The halo effect is our unconscious or conscious bias towards people who are good looking, clean, and properly groomed. This means we tend to be more trusting of people that we think are physically attractive to us, as we believe if they look good, they must be good people as well. Now, I could see how these things impacted Nikoko. Usually in anime, the bubbly girl who is strange is still seen as cute, and usually they will be defended by others so they don't get taken advantage of. However, in Nikoko's case, people around her treat her like if she's part of a circus. They do this mainly because of her personality. However, I'm sure her looks don't help out either. The only people we see treat her with respect is Kikuko's mom and the restaurant shop owner. So now that you're a teen, either you're hitting your peak or you're a puberty mess. But do these things actually have any impact on your school life? Being handsome or beautiful actually has an impact on your grade. According to University of Miami, your looks have a positive effect on your overall grade in school. But why is this? Well, theory suggests that good-looking people have easier time using their social skills to obtain information they need from staff and peers, while others suggest that teachers will favor attractive students by giving them extra attention or higher grades. A third and not so proven fact is that attractive people are just smarter. According to a study done in 1952 by the National Child Development Study, kids were given several different types of tests to test their intelligence. Kids who were seen as more physically attractive scored a higher grade than their peers who are not as attractive. Okay, good looks, brains is already OP. There possibly can't be any more advantages, right? Well, there is one more that I believe is a very underrated skill. In my own theory, being attractive at such a young age is advantageous for a kid's social skills, as they easily get the chance to work on their confidence, communication, and personality. I speculate that the halo effect makes it easier for kids to express themselves around their peers, as if they say anything wrong or provoking, the halo effect will cushion any repercussions that may happen.
The problem is, if a handsome boy like you showed up to save me, I'm afraid my heart would go into overdrive.
Oh, do you have heart problems?
So dense, but cute. He's just my type.
For instance, a cute girl says something awkward or weird. People around her might think she's just quirky or just a cute airhead. Now, let's flip the script. If someone who isn't attractive says something similar, People further use that statement to validate that the personality of the person matches their appearance, making the person as a whole lot less desirable. For example, an ugly girl says something strange or awkward, people think that the girl is just a huge weirdo, which is a completely different reaction that a cute girl would experience. Sadly, people who struggle with their appearance already know this, and in fear of their social standings lowering even more, will remain shy and timid as they are too weighed down by their self-conscious to even attempt to be social at times. This is something that is super evident within a young Nikuko. Her lack of confidence and self-worth is one of the main reasons she dated a bunch of lowlifes that used her for her own gain, which ultimately leads her to having an awkward personality that others find weird, which makes her even more isolated from others and has her moving from community to community. Finally, you've reached the age where you have to face the real world. In this vast open world filled with so many people, could your looks actually help you? Well, if you keep applying your moisturizer at night, you can milk your charming looks for even longer and even more than before. Consider these stats boosting your gameplay, such as lower jail sentences, higher employment rate, higher pay, and even more likely to get positive opportunities handed to you. And something that we can't forget, you get better high quality dates, especially if you're a guy dating online or offline. Now it might sound like you haven't made it if you're attractive, but believe it or not, there are actual downsides to being attractive. However, there will be a part 2 to that video and be released probably next week. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. This video is a little more different from my other videos, but I want to start bringing some science into anime topics that we cover here on YouTube. So that's it for today, guys, and I'll catch you guys later.